All right, it wouldn't fit in the first video, so here's a part two of what you should be looking at for cleanliness on this. Just kind of compare and contrast the difference. All right, so there's our combustion chamber. You remember that thing, you couldn't even see these fins, right? There was so much in there. So, you know, they probably went from like 5% capacity to probably, I don't know, 95. They're not perfectly clean. It's kind of a difficult one to get into. You'll find some different types of wire brushes, but we got that clean. There was literally like out of this exhaust, you know, like a little black snake. Firework fell out of that thing into the combustion chamber when we ran the pipe cleaner down it. So got that cleaned up. This comes originally with like a green felt gasket. You'll notice I had red, ultra red, high temp gasket maker on there. That's what we're going to put back on there. You know, run a thin bead around the inside to seal this inner combustion chamber, and then use that high temp silicone. This worked very well, pulling this apart, had no leaks, had no problems with exhaust getting out into the cab. Worked really, really well. So rather than having to try to buy one of these expensive green gaskets and wait for it, you can just run some high temp silicone on there. Works really. A struggle you're going to have is getting like these little fins down on the inside of this combustion chamber clean, because obviously it's welded, right? But you know, you stick like a little pick down in there, and then you just go through, and you know, you got to be careful not to scratch or break this screen, because that's what helps atomize the diesel fuel on this little glow plug stick and help it to burn. But you get your little glow plug stick cleaned up really, really nice and clean. Get this cleaned up best you can, and I mean, just flush it out several times with brake cleaner. You know, get a pick down in there, flush it out with brake cleaner and air. Same thing here when you're coming final cleaning. You know, maybe run a small screwdriver down between these fins, kind of carefully, brake cleaner, air, and then again, just clean up your mating surface. Run some high temp silicone, slap her back together. And I kind of need to move my ass and get this thing back in the truck, because I do have an early job, and it's not supposed to be super cold, but this thing's kind of failed me here a couple of times in the last week. It was off and on, and then the other night when I was really like cold and working in the dark on a job, it wouldn't work at all. So I'm going to just kind of get this cleaned up, remounted, snap it back together. It's pretty warm here in the shop, so you know, this is supposed to cure at about 50 degrees. It's probably about that in here. Let that high temp cure overnight, and we'll take her to the job site and click her off in the morning. We'll check in then. Y'all have a great one.